This video is sponsored by Hobbynut Models. Check the link in the description below for more details. Hey, I'm John. Welcome to Mr. G's Workbench. Time for a new build. Today we're going to jump in and we're going to build the F-35I from Meng and 1/48 scale. We'll be building it as an Israeli test and evaluation plane inspired by this picture here. I'm not really familiar with the F-35. I don't know all the ins and outs. Not like an older jet like the F-104 or the F-16. So hopefully I'll learn something here, and if I'm inspired for a future build, that would be terrific. So we're going to use, like I said, we're building it as an Israeli F-35I, which is the A model, but the export version to Israel. We've got decals from Caracal Decals. We've got instrument panels from Quinta Studios, and we've also got paint masks from Galaxy model. So they're specific to the Meng kit, and from everything I see, this is kind of the way to go because there's all that RAM tape. On the early models, it's a different color gray from the fuselage color. Later models apparently use everything is like one color basically. Oh, and then besides that, I'm also trying Tamiya lacquer paint. I think this is the first time I'm using Tamiya lacquer paint. I got the two shades that they recommended for their F-35 kit because that's another rabbit hole you can go down. Go look online for F-35 fuselage color and see what comes up. So that's the way I'm going to run it. By the way, welcome. If you're a return visitor, welcome back. If you're a first-time visitor to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the build. By all means, let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. If you have information you want to share, please feel free. We welcome an exchange of information here. So we'll be doing that. Before we get started, thank you to my channel member family whose names are scrolling up the screen as we speak. If you're interested in supporting the channel, you can hit the join button down below. It'll take you to an informational video about channel membership and explain everything. It's $1.99 US a month, and hitting the join button doesn't obligate you to anything. Again, thanks for stopping in. I hope you enjoy this, and let's jump into the build. cockpit's completed. I didn't show a lot of it because, number one, my figure painting isn't spectacular. All I've done here is, I think I mentioned earlier, this is the pilot out of the Kitty Hawk F-35I. I just had to kind of move his arm to fit the control stick. I would have had to chop it up to get his other hand on the throttle. The uniform, I used khaki green. Then I highlighted it with like a lighter tan color. And then I did a wash with Tamiya Brown panel liner. The gloves and the vest are Reseda green. I painted it copper because I'm trying to get it to stand out as one of those reflective, high-tech, coatings. I'm gonna put a little clear yellow over the top of it just to seal it in. The helmet is satin black. I added a couple of decals here. Give you a sense now what you'll actually see when it's in. I sprayed around the sills of the cockpit with, it's a color called Night Black Camouflage from MRP. It's gonna be closed canopy, so it'll look something like that. Here's the instrument panel with the Quinta stuff on it. Happy with that. It's hard to see here. There's a lever there that came in the Quinta set. I managed to get it on without losing it, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna just do a little dry brushing here. So the canopy comes clear. These lines are supposed to be here, the one down the center here and the one that comes over. I kind of did it by eye. I used Mr. Leveling Thinner, 2 drops of clear yellow and 1 drop of copper, and blended it up really well, sprayed it. It looked good. After it dried, I polished it out with one of these optical wipes, like you get with your glasses and stuff. And I think that may have kind of eroded that finish a little. But to be quite honest, I don't think I'm gonna go back and respray it. I might put another coat on before I close it up. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it because you can still see through it, and I don't want to lose that opacity. I've got most of the lower fuselage assembled. I installed the intakes after I pre-painted the lips of the intake, which you can kind of see there. Now the problem is I kind of came to realize that I pre-painted these the lighter gray color and they should be the darker gray color. I will fix that, but first Meng has this as a separate piece. They could have put like a lip or something so that this would have sat properly. You kind of have to get that glued in flush on your own. I kind of got it here. This one, you've got the ram tape here that kind of covers it up. But down here and along the bottoms, it's not. So what I've had to do is I ran a bead of gap filling CA, which is, it's a little more forgiving than regular CA, because there was, no matter what, there was like a little pronounced dip right along the seam line there and there. I'll sand that and I'll be done with it. You can also see I installed the gear bays, painted them white, gave them a coat of gloss. I didn't want to go in with black, a black wash. I thought that would be too intense. I used Tamiya's brown, which I think is a little better. So I've got these in. You can put the gear legs in after if you take your time, as long as you leave these arms unglued. Like, you know, you trap them between the two pieces and then you can install that after the fact. So now I'm gonna sand these up, we'll get the cockpit done, and then we can get the top half installed as well. Left wing is on, and you'll see here this is black gap filling CA. I use that to fill in the seam here, if I can at least hide that, and then that line, that part of the seam will be hidden by the ram tape. Everything kind of snapped in, but it was uneven between the top and the bottom. So what I did is I got the top even, I glued it, let it dry overnight, and then I applied the CA. While that was going on, then I turned my attention to the bottom where the seam just runs right across. You know what? That's why you get Tamiya. I got this for 20 bucks, so you know what? I'll live with it. So I just have to sand that down. I'll clean that seam up, and then after I get this all cleaned up, I will put that in. And actually, I think I can take the leading edge slat out, or not. So I was kind of hoping I could, but all right, sorry, rambling, onward. I went back and looked at the build article in the Modeling News website. It looks like if you go through by the pictures, this entire section of ram tape doesn't exist on the real plane. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to sand all that detail off and clean this up, which is good news. You can sand all this shit off right here. So one of the things I discovered, not thanks to Meng, was that these forward doors on the gear bay are closed on the ground. Well, there you have it. So let me put it on the turntable so you can get a closer look at the details. And I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like about it. The main thing I don't like is I like weathering planes, but since this is a test and evaluation plane, every picture I have of them, they show them clean. So I did it clean. The other thing I'm never too crazy about, I think I've done it before on an F-16, is having to tint the canopy. If a model company is going to sell you the kit of a plane that has a tinted canopy, then I propose that the model company should be tinting, use tinted plastic to make the canopy. Make life simple for all of us. This way you can polish the inside of it and have a good clean appearance. I had to mix my own tint. Once you spray it, you're held to whatever it comes out as. It's clear, but it's not as clear as a pre-tinted canopy would be. The other thing I wasn't too crazy about was, to me, the upper fuselage should have included the upper wings. I never had to do the kind of gap filling that I did on this kit. This is the first time I used that black rubberized CA, and I'm happy with the results of that. It's a lot of work to get there, and what a pain in the dick it was to sand out the seams on the top of the wings. I enjoyed masking and painting the two different shades, the ram tape and the fuselage. I was happy with the results of that. Overall, it looks kind of like the F-35 in the picture I showed you at the beginning. And the Caracal decals were really good. Everything else about the kit was good. I can't complain. So this isn't a contest model by any means. It's definitely a shelf model. It'll never see the inside of a model contest or a model exhibition if you're a gold, silver, bronze type. We'll have to have a discussion about that soon. Overall, out of the box, the Meng kit isn't bad if you're willing to do a shit ton of sanding. So that being said, I'm happy with it. I hope you enjoyed the build. I won't keep you any longer. If you enjoyed it, please feed the algorithm. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you've got any input into this kit. And I'll see you guys for the next build, all right? Thanks again for stopping in. Take care, stay well, and I'll see you next time.